Nebraska beat Georgetown 81-69 Wednesday in the Crown quarterfinals. Boise State beat Butler 193 Wednesday as well. What should we pay attention to early on in this game?
The ball movement from Boise State side to side to get a lot of back cuts. And for Nebraska, defensively, trying to figure out how to impose their will, but also just get the ball to Bryce Williams' hand.
Stanley down the lane, baseline jump shot. Now Degenhart knocks down. Coach Horberg said, you got no shot. He's staying right here.
Smart man.
Hooped and gel, track down, Cardenas.
That's another little intriguing matchup of Cardenas and Hoiberg.
Inside, Degenhart off the window softly and in. Now this game secures a $100,000 prize. Carry in and out. Degenhart has been quiet offensively late in this first half. They got to get him going. 2,000 points. He has the ball right now. Baseline. Pull. There it is.
You said it. But you know, his
last 5 games shooting 54%, and right now he's got 20. Excuse me. 18.
Well, he's been the second leading scorer for this Nebraska team all year. And sometimes you counted on to carry the load, and he's filling the bill, fit the bill right now for him.
Bowie, 6 to shoot. Degenhart, press. Can't get it away. Forces it up and knocks it down. To shoot, he's going to take it in the hole. Short, Gary, no. Buchanan the other way. Degenhart. Keeping him in, trying to add to their total. Baseline. Knocked away and taken away. Cardenas, 7 turnovers for Nebraska. Cardenas picked up by Jacobson. Degenhart, left hand, jump hook.
Now.
Inside Degenhart, easy does it. Milk and cookies. But Joe picks up his second. Degenhart. Straight away.
Arm did get extended, but I like the call the officials made here for just a common foul.
All right, Cardenas, Keene, Boise, 2:40 to go. They got to hurry. Degenhart. And what? That's how you get there quickly.
Because that
former head coach at Iowa, Margaret McCaffrey, former incredible player at Penn. That's their son, and he's really found new life here with Butler.
Shout out to Coach McCaffrey taking the Penn job, going back east a little bit. To
players, less than 300 have scored 2,000 points in college. Long rebound picked up. Stanley. Here's Cardenas. Crafty. From Granada, Spain. Transferred from San Jose State. Degenhart, pure. Back to
Evan Hayward. Not really playing a lot during the regular season, but he gets to really get out and play in real-time minutes.
Degenhart jumper again, and he splashes it down.
When you get double-teamed a lot, how to beat it, but how to beat it not just by scoring, but by passing through it. That was a prime example right there.
Inside, nice move, and Degenhart is to start the second half. Broncos with the basketball. Degenhart, the inbounder with Cardenas in the backcourt. He draws Bizjack. Cardenas has got that Spanish point guard game like a Ricky Rubio, folks. Here he is. Inside, nice pass. Degenhart, easy seal. That's sophomore, 12 points today. 68-60. Largest lead has been 13. Inside, and this time, no house. Woo.
No, he is, man.
Here's Jack again.
Back in the corner. But you know what, as a coach, too, to be able to have energy as you mature in this, you got to be able to take care of yourself.
He's 61.
To keep up with these young guys, man.
I mean, Leon is in incredible shape. Keene. Meanwhile, Degenhart steps back and drills it. Degenhart, Cardenas. Complete game for the Broncos, who will advance to the semis. Degenhart. Oh, extra dribble. That's a nice move right there.
It means there's a lot of fouling going on, and guys are just out of position. They look a little bit uncomfortable early, especially when you have a 4-minute drought.
Cardenas looking for Degenhart on a lob. He recovers and gets the reversal to go. Great drive. How about that? What, talk about getting downhill. Everything but the finish for Hutchinson. Great passing. Degenhart right where he likes it. Bingo.
I think what's happening with
the balls he's put in to keep the Revolutionaries close. Cardenas, good tap out by Keene. Beautiful cut. And a slip and a dime. Will stay within the community. We'll see moving forward, but he's a vital part of what George Washington does in a supporting role. Not every guy that goes to the portal goes up. Many times they go down. They'll transfer down. Degenhart. Smart move. Strong move again. Those straight line drives, but that's one of the reasons I love Darren Buchanan so much is he can power his way to the bucket. Degenhart loves it there. Absolutely loves it there. X marks the spot. And again, Caputo cannot take him out. It's got to have him. So he'll stay on the deck. Degenhart thought about it. Get it back the more conventional way from Cardenas. Quick outlet. They're trying to get quick buckets. Bevins, a little out of control that time. Just rushed it. I think they know that their set offense isn't going to be enough. And Degenhart with a dagger.
Adrian Autry.
The old Big East days.
Man.
The Cuse and UConn. Degenhart. Wow. Just pinpoint accuracy on
a projected first-round pick. Degenhart has not even taken a shot in the last 10 minutes here in the first half. Right now, Bourne is trying to lock him down. And a switch. They get it to Degenhart. His turnaround, and he's finally in the scoring column. Hitting on Degenhart. Nowhere to go. Finds Clifford in the corner for three. And R.J. King may have gotten a piece of that one.
Yeah, he definitely did.
Boise State with 13 points in 16 and a half minutes. Degenhart, 2 in a row for number 2.
To take it possession by possession. But again, this is where they lean on some of their leaders like Degenhart and Cardenas in these moments where they got to claw their way back.
Boy, Beppa, talk about a point-blank range one there. Got to make that.
Degenhart, a 3.
And then I'm not saying he ever got one wrong. Even though I can say what I want now, you can't team me anymore.
We just never wanted to look at him more than once when we did laugh. I know that.
I figured that.
Gene, nice feed. Cardenas to Degenhart.
Meets the requirements of the flagrant one does.
Yeah, no doubt. I totally agree.
Gene, while we got you, why don't you tell us what Selection Sunday is like for referees? As they... Blake spinning in the paint. And it won't go. Degenhart steps into a 3. It's good.
If this is your first time watching New Mexico, get used to high pick and rolls with Donovan Dent, creating for himself. That time finding Amzil for a corner 3.
Omar Stanley getting the start for Boise State. Not necessarily a three-point threat. Bounces into the lane. Now borrowed Cardenas, the Spaniard. Shot clock down. Degenhart sees it, got to get it up, and he gets it off and beats the clock and hits the shot.
Early emotional storm from New Mexico, 6-0 run, as mentioned, to tie it up.
Ubo with a block.
That's a no call.
R.J. Keene back in for Boise. Degenhart, deep three, got it. Team of runs. They've had a record-setting year of runs of 10 points or more.
They've had 25 of those on the season, but for Boise State, they were in a similar position yesterday. Ended the half on a 6-0 run, started the second on a 7-0, which really gave them the ability to turn the corner last night.
An 8-0 run here. Degenhart kicks. Cardenas back to Degenhart. Shot clock's down. Terrific drive and finish.
His left hand.
Shot clock down. You don't say that often with the Lobos. Dent falling away. Keene has the rebound. 4-point game. I mean, Boise State is shooting 37% right now. That's the bad news. The good news is they're only down by 4. And New Mexico is down to 40% from the field. 2 first-team all-conference guys squaring up, and Degenhart buried.
Dent any type of angle to the rim.
Pearson Carmichael is off the bench. 3-point threat, but he's 0 of 4 in this one. Let's see if the Broncos can find him some shots.
Nice
entry.
pass.
Degenhart gets in and under and scores.
Kind of a lackadaisical pass from Carmichael, especially when you got a great defender like True Washington guarding your intended receiver.
They're really trying to get Carmichael some looks, but Dent is covering him right now. Degenhart catch, ball fake, bucket.
Such patient creativity as well as the freedom to reject the ball screen there. Doesn't use it, is able to get downhill to finish off the glass.
Dan, Boise State's 5 of 21 from 3. Degenhart, oh, what a catch, and what a pass by, and it's an 8-0 run for San Diego State.
Talk about some guts in that situation. Boy, throw it off the glass. Trust your teammate's going to go get it.
Degenhart spinning in traffic and finally gets to Boyd. Textbook San Diego State defense to offense.
And when you struggle to score the way they have at times this year, you need to do everything you can to find opportunities off of your defense.
Degenhart. That combination of Boyd and Davis been really good today.
Look at the ball pressure from Davis. Cardenas not able to even get into entry areas or pick and roll where Boise has an easy time getting into offense.
Now Degenhart, he found a guard that faced Butler, ironically, in the Final Four. Meadow. Degenhart with a follow. And of course tonight we'll see Colorado State, Utah State, 2 of the top seeds in their quarterfinal. Cardenas and Boise State.
It is physical every catch.
Degenhart keeps on shooting and he hits a 3.
Just a heck of a young man in Tyson.
He gets it here at the foul line. Good look to the left corner. It pops out, but he's there for the offensive rebound. Drives the crease and scores. Clifford, unstoppable.
Nothing short of it.
36 and rolling. 5 minutes to go. Cardenas in a 2-man game with Degenhart. One of the all-time greats. Trying to buzz. Bourne to the wing. Williams off the shot fake. Spots Lake. He had the hot hand early. Here's Cardenas looking to recapture the lead. Let's see if they can get Degenhart a shot. It'll be his first of the night. On the inside and trying to stay there. But both these programs capable of cutting down the nets next week.
100%. The stakes have never been higher. Tyson Degenhart knows that. He's playing like that.
Cardenas, nice pocket pass. They move it around. Degenhart fires.
That's the type of...
Cardenas still feeling hot. Not that tough. Good tip by Carmichael, staying with the play. Degenhart, pump, goes to the basket and scores.
Utah State guards to be able to attack the paint.
Albury left it short. There's Degenhart.
Quick double.
Turning down good shots for better ones, and nothing better than that right there. As that time, much more under control with the drive to the rim.
Well, that's how Utah State's going to get back in this ball game. It's putting the ball on the floor and attacking the paint.
That's what Calhoun was calling for. He wants the Aggies to attack the driving lanes.
Well, that opens up everything offensively for them.
Elite court vision. So 11-point game here. Leon Rice never wants Cardenas off the floor. I bet he could play him 40 minutes if he wanted to. And a wrong-footed floater by Tyson.
Not shooting with a lot of confidence.
Kind of shoots with a lean back. And Fat Joe's a great musician, but I don't think he's a great teacher in shooting free throws. Cardenas getting instructions from the coach as they slow it down. Cardenas, shot clock's getting low. Keene got to do something with it. Backdoor to Degenhart.
State just came, and again, Boise State is so difficult to play here at Extra Mile Arena.
Utah State has dominated in recent matchups. They've won 5 straight against Boise State. And it looks like Boise State's going to snap that losing streak. A couple more possessions here. Shot clock's getting late. Cardenas takes off. Degenhart. Can he hit the dagger in the heart? Yes, he can. Put him to
hard-nosed plays, all that was.
Yeah, but if you're Steve Alford, you got to like a little bit of spice from the big man, McBride. Competitive spirit. Bailey tried to come over, but swiping up the ball.
And again, Nevada changing defenses. Going with the 1-3-1 extended pressure. They have athletes. You have to be able to move the ball quickly. Direct passes is how you beat the zone.
Keene sitting open in the corner. Moving back and forth like a windshield wiper behind the defense. Shot clock's hitting low. Degenhart fires the 3, and it's good.
Big thing, and I think I mean selfish in a positive way with his ability to just try to create looks for himself.
And Terrence at Cal Poly, that's what he was. He was an excellent scorer. Speaking of an excellent scorer, there's
Love. He is an athletic 5-man, but he's got his hands full today with Boise State's big men because they can step out and shoot it. So he has to get out, cover these ball screens, and recover quickly, or else he's going to give up a lot of open looks.
Carmichael, a rare ISO play. Shot clock winding down. Gonna have to be Cardenas. Nice pass to Degenhart, and that's an easy 2.
How nice is it? Puts True Washington, one of the best defenders in the league, on Alvaro Cardenas.
3 is off. Cardenas runs it down.
So that point guard matchup, Cardenas-Dent, that we thought we were going to get a look at.
Degenhart at 3, and he hits it. Lob. Degenhart. Missed it. Got it back. Boise State is the best rebounding team in the Mountain West. Degenhart on the feed. Gets in and scores.
On time and on target.
Dent deflected. Degenhart. The layup.
And early on how good he was going to be this season.
Meadow misses. Stanley has the rebound. Carmichael got his first start in his career. The freshman hit a big 3 in that first half. Shot clock at 10. Cardenas. Stanley down the middle. Degenhart. Good fake and bucket. Remember, Mustafa Amsil is still out with plantar fasciitis on his right foot for New Mexico. It's 12 points, almost 6 rebounds. You're missing. King, good catch. Great feed. Degenhart. 5.5 left. Biggest lead was 19. Oh, great pass there. Degenhart the floater from Cardenas.
Boise State, you got to get that ball in Cardenas' hands as quickly as possible.
Ubo brings it up. Wasn't pretty, but it was effective. Carmichael calling for the ball. He's going against a really good defender in Washington. Junior Joseph with the double. Shot clock down at 5. Cardenas long way from the bucket. Finds Degenhart to the bucket. Cardenas finds Ubo, misses. Degenhart crashes the party. State with a rebound.
Terrific defense by Degenhart just to stay in front of Goon and just a contested shot without fouling.
Cardenas, a masterful point guard, the transfer from San Jose State. One of the nation's leaders, just under 7 assists a game. Two-man game, they play it so well. Cardenas and Degenhart. Pocket pass gets through a sea of hands, and my goodness, he really opened eyes in Fort Collins. In that game, there were 21 NBA scouts, and they were there to watch Neat Clifford and Miles Bird. But Guath put on a show, and all of a sudden now his name's popping up in those circles. That's Degenhart with a corner 3. Good. Davis.
Give Guath a lot of credit of being patient in the post on that double team. Was able to make the right read to give it to Boyd for Boyd to hit Davis in the corner.
Degenhart gets in. Drive. Degenhart turns. And the tip is up and in. Clock is down. Boyd missed the 3. Stanley the rebound.
Right here, if you're Cardenas, you want to go. You want to go right now.
Degenhart spinning in traffic, scores, gets to the. Cardenas misses the 3. Degenhart, bucket, free throw for Nick Boyd at 23 against Gonzaga. Boyd with 24. Cardenas finds Degenhart, who hits a bucket.
He gets the stop one-on-one right there.
Rice talks a lot about Ugo's communication and effort on the defensive end, and we saw it right there.
Degenhart, hello. One guy that Boise State cannot afford to have in foul trouble because he essentially sets the entire table for everybody else all game long.
And San Jose State is just going to turn that dial on their defensive intensity up on Bowie right here. And if you're Cardenas, you know he's a fiery competitor going against your former team. He probably came out with a little bit of extra pep in his step. We're probably not going to see him to the second half at this point.
Here's Degenhart firing a 3. Leon Rice has said it's just eating him alive that he can't seem to recapture what he did last year. And a lot of that is due to his inability to stay on the floor because he gets into foul trouble a lot.
The coaching staff has talked to him about being really judicious with how aggressive he is defensively and being smart on some of those foul calls.
Degenhart's hot early. Shot clock's getting low. Duje fires away. Shot clock getting low again.
Boise State is doing a great job of navigating the on-ball screens, communicating the switches, and closing out with a box out.
They're going to let Degenhart go one-on-one here. He's got all day. Degenhart. Oh, how did he get that floater to go?
He was already well below the free throw line.
Picks up his 3rd foul. Cardenas around the corner.
Nice blitz by San Jose State on that screen.
Neto, they double. Trapped. Someone's going to have to shoot this. Cardenas. Degenhart. And Cardenas.
Good floor balance and floor spacing by San Jose State there, which opened up some driving lanes for Yap. And he did hear you make that call.
Now they got to get stops on the defensive end. Degenhart has a wide open look. Oh, net!
A 16-point lead, and I love the fact that San Jose State is staying with it. And that's one of the things that Coach Miles talked to us about is the ebb and flow of this team. When they get big leads, sometimes they take their foot off the gas, but when they're behind, they are never defeated.
Bowie, Degenhart, pump fakes, and finishes inside and one. Degenhart flexing his muscle. It's a big part of UCLA's program before he transferred over. Played in 29 of 33 games his last year there at UCLA. 21 minutes a game.
Started 3 times, so
yeah.
He certainly was a contributor on that roster.
Did you see that no-look pass by...
That is one of the highest assists per season for Boise State since the legendary Fred Williams in 78-79. Fred Williams, a huge, iconic figure in women's basketball for years.
Oh, there he goes again. Are you kidding me?
Guards in the league. Also have to give a mention to Jonathan Denon, that top guard category in this league. Plays for New Mexico. Degenhart saves that one. Stanley thought about it. Hit his 5th 3 of the year earlier on. Degenhart, dagger. Henley, big hop step. Meadow holds up. Fadeaway J. And there's Cardenas. His eyes always up. Nearly 7 assists per game. Degenhart down low, off glass. Hicks nowhere close.
The ball was spinning sideways, coming off his hand. Great shooters. That ball was rotating almost in a perfect backwards motion.
Like that.
Yes. First 2 minutes, 43 seconds. Start of the second. He's going to make sure he gets his money's worth.
Smart man. If you know you're coming out in 2 minutes, anyway, no matter what, right?
Yeah, you got to give yourself a chance to get in the scorebook.
Rubo still scoreless in this one. A couple of rebounds. Cardenas has an opening. Drop off. Degenhart lays it in.
Tugs it like a football. No good. Hines, another offensive rebound. This time, though, spills the ball like Kevin's famous chili. Here comes Cardenas back down the other way. Bowie, nice time to Degenhart. And he gets... Boise State 5 of 15 to start this game. Out rebounding Nevada by 3. They do have 4 assists on those 5 field goals. Carmichael up top, Degenhart wide open. Oh, knocks it down.
Contagious. If you get one, then every other teammate's like, okay, there's an opportunity for off-ball cutting. I want to cut. I want to get an opportunity to get a quick bucket.
That's the first 2-point field goal of the game for Nevada. And it comes.
Carry. Wow, that was a carry on Carmichael.
Sometimes you get away with one. Ugbo in the block. Degenhart calling for it. Casts another one. And it's good.
In the game feel long and arduous for Boise State. You do that by getting the free throw line. It sets up your press. It also sets up your transition defense.
The biggest thing for Nevada, they've got to defend without fouling. Now that Boise State in the double bonus. Buchanan whips it over to Keene. 9 to shoot for Meadow. Meadow dumps it off. Degenhart, the little bunny. And a smooth
in his way. He started his career at Tulsa, went to Northern Illinois where he was a big-time scorer. One game in a season ago, 2 seasons ago actually, excuse me, tore his ACL. Just now rounding back into shape. They like his scoring potential.
Another pocket pass from Cardenas.
You wanted to watch something, you had to VCR it years ago.
Explain VCR. I know VCU.
Video cassette recorder.
I know VCU, and Boise State Clifford fires a 3.
That is the shot. If he can consistently knock that down on the season, a little over 30%, he can become a bona fide NBA player as a 3-and-D guy at the next level.
Stanley's in there. Degenhart, nice catch. Big hop and a bucket. When he gets it in low, back in. And of concern right now for Boise State. They haven't scored in almost 4 minutes.
Well, they did a terrific job in the first half taking care of the basketball. Only 3 in that first half, but 4 in the first 7.5 minutes. They've shot the ball fine, 50% in the second half. They just haven't been able to get good looks.
Julian Bowie back on the floor with Cardenas, Keene, Buchanan, Degenhart. Cutting, Degenhart up and under and in.
Terrific.
Didn't play last year after ACL surgery. He's starting to get a little more comfortable with that knee. Buchanan. Degenhart. It's all Degenhart right now. He gets to the low block down. Cardenas. Oh, how did he get the pass through there? Blocked by Crocker Johnson. Degenhart's second effort gets it up and in.
Will not be.
Sports now, including college basketball, have a tablet or a phone, and you're checking stats. That's what coaches do during timeouts as well. They get the stat sheets, take a look just to see if there's trends that they don't see with their eyes that are showing up on paper. Degenhart, 3 men around him. Doesn't matter with the left hand. That's a bit.
Those two make the deciding plays.
Crocker Johnson missed the 3. Degenhart the rebound. Maybe not the shot they wanted.
I don't think that was the shot they wanted. But this is a learning experience and a time for Evans to really grow. Didn't get them into a good offensive set that time.
Cardenas, good 3-point shooter. Quickly whips it. Degenhart backing in against Morton. Degenhart. Degenhart with a sweeping hook. And it's left here. Boise State has a couple timeouts, and they've got a hot hand right now. They're shooting it well. Meadow wanted another baseline drive. Degenhart, low blocks. Let's see if the double comes for him. Against Morton. Oh, spins right by Morton, scores, and he's fouled, and he gets to the line. Long 3. Missed it badly. Chance to take the lead for Boise State. They haven't had one in a long time. Cardenas at the controls. Degenhart a 3. Got it! Huge shot.
Leon Wright said, listen, guys, they're going to come out and they're going to throw some haymakers early.
We'll see how the speed and tempo of New Mexico matches up with the physicality of Boise State. Degenhart. Amster was all over him when he stepped up.
Game here, just too quiet. 1 for 4 from the floor. Didn't really make an impact. Obviously, that can't happen if you want to make a run here if you're Boise State.
It's the 3rd leading scorer in the conference, preseason player of the year, Tyson Degenhart.
Nice. Set play.
.15 to shoot. Cardenas. Out to Degenhart. Gets by everybody. Get either. So it's not like they're just camping out behind the arc. Degenhart with a takeaway. Degenhart. Look out below. They're saying there's 500 empty seats tonight. I don't see them. Good luck with that.
No way.
Maybe they're including standing room only on that front, but for this building built in 1966, 10 times has hosted NCAA tournament games as Tyson Degenhart.
Pretty good. They're pretty good, Garrett. They're going to win a lot of games in conference.
Into the post, this is Cole Henry, the transfer from Northern Iowa, off the mark. And the Broncos clear the ball. A very talented offensive team averaging 77.7 points per game. Who else but Tyson Degenhart?
Jeff Linder, Texas Tech having a pretty nice season.
Top 40 teams by most metrics. Wyoming coming in 157 in KenPom. Boise State 100 spots ahead of the Cowboys in that ranking. Boy, you can throw a lot of bodies.
And a fantastic pass to set that up. Good read on the back cut.
You can tell by the confidence and the enthusiasm from Sundance Wicks. His guys play with that enthusiasm, don't they, on the floor?
Yeah, they really do. And again, Degenhart, I'm telling you, this kid can really shoot it. Deep range, and he'll knock down a lot of threes for the Broncos.
Dante Allen can really shoot as well. Here's Carmichael, like we mentioned, 8 points versus UNLV for the true freshman. Tyson Degenhart, and one!
That's number 25, Utah State, and the Broncos of Boise State. Cardenas, the Spaniard. Degenhart spots up, got the three, and Boise. Crowd in a frenzy right now. Again, very unique zone. It's a zone-man hybrid. Good ball movement. Degenhart straight on three. He got that one too. This is a fun start to this game. High-level stuff in the Mountain West. Degenhart again. Got it. Back out. Minute and a half left in a very entertaining first half here in Logan, Utah. Carmichael, nicknamed Peanuts. First game against UNLV, 18 minutes, 8 points. Has a three here. Degenhart another three. Coach in that span. And all they've done is keep their culture, keep winning. And they're 15-1 this year, and Degenhart gets in. Six minutes left. Degenhart, corner, got it! The driving, spinning, losing the ball. Falslev, lost it back. Degenhart the steal. Buchanan, back to Degenhart. Bucket, huge turn.
Stanley, driving, and it's denied inside. But Degenhart, looks like it's going to shoot around. Here is Thomas, a step back three. That's short. And going back to your point about Rob Wigley Jr., I mean, he's just one of those guys that it's just, as a basketball fan, him not being on the floor takes a lot of excitement out of this game. Degenhart, a nice pump fake. Oh, what a move! The fancy foot. Really big test as Carmichael fires away. Not shy at all. Another offensive rebound, and that's a developing story early on, Dan, as Degenhart gets right to the basket. But Bowie attacks the rim, and that's a bad pass, but Degenhart's got it. Oh, what a rejection by Cherry. But another offensive rebound.
Recognize if a double was coming or not. There was none. Take your time. Get to your sweet spot.
Cherry, one of 3 players for UNLV who started all 14 games, make it 15, including today. As Degenhart gets it down low, and that's too easy.
That's a shot as Lockett gets more comfortable, will begin to knock down.
And that time, Rishwain didn't go hard to the basket. Oh, Cardenas, triple team down low. Had a look there. Didn't take it down.
Oh, missed Degenhart on the quick swing to the opposite wing.
A lot of ball movement this possession. Now they get the ball moving. Degenhart, corner 3.
Well, he needs good possessions offensively where you knock down shots and put some doubt in Boise State's mind.
Nothing at all going for UNLV whatsoever. As the frustrating offensive night continues. Degenhart
What else?
Getting it off with the glass.
Thomas finally made some free throws, knocked down 2 of 2. They're going to dial up some faux pressure here, it looks like. Got some young guys out there. As you mentioned, Lockett and Buchanan. They're going to have to manage that press if it continues. Venus turning the corner. That's a good guy to get it to. Yep.
Deciding they're passing the ball, they are really hard to guard.
Nesbitt for 3, too strong, but Belic on the backside gets it. He goes up, misses the layup. Here's a great pass inside. Degenhart with the easy layup. Head coaches with at least 300 wins while leading only one program in his career.
It's been outright special. That's averaging over 20 wins a season, and it is outright amazing in this day and age. He's done a wonderful job at Boise and really has put them on the map basketball-wise.
Degenhart with a nice drive in.
There's been a lot of games they've made more free throws than the other team has even attempted, and this is just how they beat you up. They beat you up and they get you in foul trouble and they get to the foul line and they get easy baskets. They're not a great outside shooting team, but they can go to the line and knock them down.
8 seconds on the shot clock. Cardenas, little hesitation, gets it inside. Degenhart with the mismatch against Wills. Here's Newton outside. Obi off the back iron. Henry goes up, can't quite grab it, and the Broncos get the rebound. 3-point game. Degenhart for 3 from the corner, got it. Meadow with it, hands it off to Lockett. A lot of motion for the Broncos. They'll slow things down for a moment. Buchanan trying to go inside. Meadow against Nesbitt. Nesbitt playing with those 4 fouls.
Great defensive effort. Dante Allen fighting through that handoff. Fantastic effort.
Degenhart steps back. 3-ball, got it. Wow.
And Robert Viola as we are underway in this one. Mountain West play, second league game of the year for both squads, and it'll be the Broncos controlling in the orange. San Jose State in the white. Your officials in this one, Michael Reed, Randy Richardson, and Blanca Burns. And we'll see if the Broncos look to get Degenhart established early. Much like Aduje, he is a double-figure guy. A little double team there on Cardenas. Shot clock to 5. Cardenas, the give to Degenhart, splits the defense, steps through and hits on the run out. Unselfish play as they push the ball up court, and Aduje does not miss from there. What a pass down low. That one found a way through. Meanwhile, Degenhart left alone, and 6-minute mark. Washington loads it up. And the rebound is there. It's all orange jerseys underneath the basket. Degenhart keeps firing and finally gets one to go. Yap, a little cross, a step back, and a dagger from the outside. 43-32. Degenhart rattles it home. The triple. I think Stanley didn't realize how far under the basket he had gotten. And it was an easy layup there for Sadadrian Hall to make it 47-40. Hall now with 6. Stanley. Good skip. Degenhart able to bury it. But Davis has been a big offensive engine the last few games for San Jose State. Has 5 now. After make it 6 with the conventional 3-point play. 50-45. Degenhart finding his stroke. Tyson he was dealing with, not too serious. Degenhart on the roll, takes the bump, follows his own shot, puts it home. San Jose State Spartan, good on both, makes it a 1-point game. Under 5 to go, second half. Cardenas facing that double. Degenhart and Meadow, they have been the go-tos on offense here in the second half for the Broncos. Shot clock to 6. To 3. They got to go. Degenhart fading, knocks it down. Was off of San Jose State. It'll be Broncos basketball. And the Spartans charged with the 30-second timeout, so they've got one timeout left. Degenhart right back to work. Spartans back in front, 70-69. 1:12 to go. Cardenas. Lockett. Meadow now. Vaihola and Degenhart battling down low. Under a minute to play here in regulation. Cardenas fires to Degenhart, slips free for 2.
That's Luke Kerning coming into the game.
Yeah, we can expect Air Force to play a number of bodies today. I mean, they'll go more than 10 deep. There'll be plenty of minutes spread around.
We were talking about earlier, 10 freshmen on this roster. Degenhart wide open. He's not going to.
And Boise State always get paint touches, right? Get it inside to the big fellas. Let them go to work.
We were talking during the break. The Broncos just 30% from outside this season. They'd like to improve those numbers as league play continues.
Yeah, Garrett, they get a lot of really good looks from behind the three-point line. Haven't been able to convert them yet, but again, that means nothing but upside from here. We can just get better.
Chris Lockett into the game early in the first half. How about that? Altering the rotation for Coach Rice.
Boy, they have such high expectations for number 7, Chris Lockett here in Boise, Idaho. This kid has got unlimited upside. He just got to get a few more minutes. He's got to get more comfortable, fewer mistakes, but he has an amazing amount of talent.
Redshirt freshman out of New Orleans. Season high 7 points in the win on Tuesday night. The paint with Dylan Anderson. On the Arizona Wildcat. What an extra feed. Tyson didn't know. Good job to get a shot off there. Cardenas behind the back. Tyson Degenhart working on a 10-point game. Just so strong when he gets
himself up. What a smart play by Stanley. Good entry pass by Degenhart.
More Stanley, a 4-year player, going back to his defense. He had a game-sealing block that actually sent the game to overtime against St. Mary's in Idaho Falls last Saturday.
The mismatch here for Degenhart.
11 turnovers for Air Force, 9 for the Broncos.
What a good chance to run.
Cardenas, Degenhart, a silky smooth finish. High preseason expectations, picked to win the league. Coaching staff told us that they know the formula to win in this league. It's always going to be a juggernaut. Coach Burns said you can't play pretty, you can't trick this conference. You got to go out and absolutely earn it. But an unfazed start to league play for Boise State this afternoon.
Yeah, Garrett, they're not going to sneak up on anybody in this conference. Those days are over.
Degenhart with the
with the basketball, works at the 5. Marshallonis. A rare miss from him from outside. He's over 33%. Broncos controlling, especially on the defensive end. Tyson Degenhart. You don't want to leave him open. Catello High School product. This is what makes St. Mary's so good, the selfless ball movement. Mikey Lewis, 39% from outside, a rare miss from him. Broncos middle of the country in pace, 145th. Tyson Degenhart says, took their finals, they're back to the floor. Jordan Ross, no. St. Mary's just 6 of 19 from the field. Dylan Anderson. He's a threat from the wing. Talk about a threat, Mike. 13 points for Augustus, keeping his guys around. Just a 4-point spread. Boise State has led this game by as many as 13. Two-man game. Cardenas to Degenhart. Tyson gets a friendly roll. So important to this offense. He's played 374 of 405 possible minutes coming into this game. 5 games in double figures this season. Give him a 6th tonight with 11 points. Square at 48. Degenhart on the drive. His teammates saying,
get him on the roster.
They got the mismatch again.
Calmes for 3, no good. Ball's tipped out. Meadow. Running with Degenhart.
He can drive, too. We know he can make jump shots. Degenhart's got him inside.
There he goes. By Price, nothing but net.
He's a big-time player, this kid. Really impressive player. This kid is good.
Ethan Price has 7 points, but he has 5 rebounds and a couple of assists today. Meadow gets his man off his feet. Degenhart has a size advantage down low. Shot clock is at 7. Cardenas to lock it. Down low to Degenhart. Here comes the help.
Yeah, good call, Tom.
Shot clock at 2. Good.
This kid threes. You got to take some chances now on the offensive glass. And you might give up a layup. You also said before about the high ball screen. Too many people around. Look at this kid taking over. Don't forget, Washington State is prone to throwing it away. Oh, the hands. Price may have gotten fouled. He's looking for the call.
Cardenas to Degenhart. Let's see if he initiates.
He's got to go here. He's got to go, draw a second defender, make a play.
Back, bounce pass to Degenhart. Floater is good.
They're missing layups, missing free throws. Again, look at him, though.
Keane saves it. Degenhart for 3. Yes! Oh, it is good. Up and down.
There is a guy. I like that shot. I like attack.
Look at the smile on David Riley's face.
Some people say you don't want to take that 3 that early. I love that shot. That's how they play.
And Degenhart with a soft answer.
He's got to face it towards the corner, though. Face up. Just go with it. Go and hit that floater.
There's the help. Degenhart off the glass. It's good. He has 8
for 4 from the floor.
3 offensive rebounds, though. Eventually, they'll 0 for 5. They will make a couple of shots, though, if they're getting that open looks.
I've been averaging 68 points per game. Tyson Degenhart 1 for 1.
On that rebound by R.J. King. Again, just kind of that junkyard dog. You called it.
Andrew Meadow trying to recover after a tough past 2 games. Averaged just 3 points over the last 2 in the Caymans, but Leon Rice was very quick to say, hey, you know, when one guy's scoring the low like David Buchanan is, other guys have to.
Boise State, this unbreakable culture, he calls it, where it's really not about one player at any time. It's about the team, and it's about winning, and there's going to be different stars on different nights.
Tyson Degenhart's done a lot of winning the preseason match. Utah Tech back to single digits.
2-3 zone.
Broncos saw zone.
Chris Lockett wants it. Tyson Degenhart gets it. That one was a little easier for Boise State.
Knocked down back-to-back from distance.
But again, Utah Tech just hanging around.
Broncos have led by as many as a dozen. Degenhart got it. That has to feel great. He was just 2 of 8.
Coach, you really don't want Tyson Degenhart to get hot from the 3-point line.
Cardenas with a rebound, very good in that category of his game as well, over 2 per contest. They cannot stop the big man, 6 for 6. Tyson Degenhart. Oh man, you had to hold your breath.
Hunter leaves for the sharpshooter, Jake Heidbreeder, off the mark.
Transfer from Air Force. He redshirted last season.
So familiar with facing a Mountain West opponent. Degenhart lines it up and throws it.
Whatever it takes to win, he'll do.
Miles Foster into the game for Clemson, wearing the number 6. Straightaway Stanley, front of the rim. Degenhart finishes. A follow away from the elbow. He's feeling it in the early going.
Easy money. Shooting the ball great. Really worked hard on his shooting all summer. Tremendous player.
Went through the draft process, withdrew his name. Decided to come back to Clemson for his 6th year. Degenhart off balance, off the glass, and
downtown. Terrific player. Clemson stays in their matchup zone and trying to make Boise State think a little bit. The more you think, the slower your feet get. Boise a little bit unsure now. Swing the ball, swing it, and drive the basketball.
Bowie delivers Degenhart. Has the lane. Degenhart in traffic. That decided to return to Clemson. But he got the feedback. And as you've said, he's worked on the jump shot, which you get that into his game with his ability to get into the lane. We've seen the floaters with both hands.
Yep.
That's a complete guard.
Yep. Only 31% last year, as we mentioned, so much better so far this season.
The freshman Bowie back in. Shot clock down to 5. Degenhart crosses over against Wiggins. Long strides into the lane. Well done. But then just really a possession later, he picks up his 3rd foul there.
Yep. No, it's too quick. And Degenhart's a great driver.
So big minutes for Clemson with Shefflin on the bench, and Degenhart goes right to work. Of a career high 26.
Clemson stays in the 2-3 zone. What I would do now to beat the 2-3 zone, Chris, get the ball to the high post, the free throw line. Put a skilled guy there. I would put Degenhart at the foul line. Get in there, Degenhart.
Instead, at the free throw line, it's Anderson. Trying the high-low. Degenhart right there, right time, and lays it in.
Wow, the Warriors break the seal in the game. That's Spivey Word, over 17 points per game with a bucket.
We'll be seeing a lot of him tonight, especially inside, as we see a beautiful pass from Anderson to Degenhart to get him on the offensive end.
Superb start, 4 of 6 from the field. Had one more miss there after the Word jumpers off. Broncos looking to put their foot on the gas, get their 2nd win of the season tonight in front of their home fans. In the post with the preseason Mountain West Player of the Year, Tyson Degenhart.
Going to look to see some improvement and see a couple early stops here for the Broncos.
Julian Bowie with the basketball. Great to see him get some early playing time. A local recruit at Pocatello High School. In-state guy for Leon Rice. Tyson Degenhart off the catch. He is undeniable when he's...
That's what Corbin needed. Slow the pace. Broncos making the last 4 buckets. Great way to respond.
First time we see one of the 2 Kristoviak brothers get involved. Might have more on them just a little bit later. Tyson Degenhart finds space. And one.
And he's got the touch. If he's got a green light out there, if he's open, he's gonna shoot.
An 11-6 advantage for San Francisco. Degenhart's got the size advantage. Draws the contact. Or the floater. It's in.
Well, I really think Lingard's giving this team a lift. He's going inside, outside. He knows where to be on the floor. He's a lot of energy, and he's long. I mean, he's given this team a shot in the arm.
Yeah, he's got 8 points here in the first half, and a tough finish there by both teams. Hasn't been totally smooth tonight, but what keeps you in a game? Defense and rebounding.
No, it's not going to be pretty all the time. It just is not. And so how do you play when things aren't going your way? That defines you.
Degenhart in rhythm, buries the triple.
Right, fan. I mean, they really do it all. They play together. They've got a really close team that plays together. That's why I think they're so good.
Cardenas, nice fake with the Nash move. Gets it to Degenhart in his sweet spot. Marcus Williams has strength, but Degenhart has size.
I like that.
He's attacking. He's spinning out for three. Cardenas, no good. The rebound's tipped out and Degenhart comes up with it. We got a tight game on a Saturday night in San Francisco. Keene gets it to Degenhart. Shot clock at 5. The drive, the finish, count the baskets. Pushing, Stanley attacking. Oh, good defense in transition by the Dons, but Keene gets it to Degenhart on the cut and finish. That's what. Can the Dons hang on and close this one out? Degenhart says, not so fast. The steal, the jam from Degenhart. He's firing. It's in! And the Dons can feel it. A 16-point lead.
And Newberry didn't force it. Deuce, I love it. He just kicked it out. Great move.
Degenhart with it.
Up by 23. Christie. Oakland just 1 of 10 from outside at this point in the game. Cardenas. Degenhart. He's got a complete post package. He's got a really nice post game, doesn't he?
Okay, but really shining light, limping down the court a little bit. See Cardenas to
on opening night.
And Cardenas with Tyson, I really think he's going to be a great player again. As we see another assist to Tyson Degenhart in the